Alright guys, welcome back to Ravenport. This is episode 3. Last episode we got this field, the bales picked up, and we are currently plowing it. Well, we have a hired worker. You will notice that she is actually a different worker. She's wearing a different colored shirt because the last one got up and took off. She got bored plowing, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna need to actually. I noticed that we have our baler over there. We're gonna need to move that. But I actually, at the end of the last episode, had our lime spreader filled up, and we are going to spread this today so that when we plant in this field, we can actually get that 15% bonus. It'll cultivate it in and mix it with the soil and make it all nice and healthy for the crops. I also, well, in transition of episodes, let me, before I say this, okay, there we go. We'll get this spreading here while I talk. In transition, I turned down my graphics a little bit, so hopefully the frame rate will be a little bit better in future episodes. As you can see, every pass is going to be about 1,000 liters, actually a little over 1,000 liters of lime here. As I said before, it does not go very far. Yeah, man, this is one heck of a hill. Doesn't have to be perfect. I know some people are going to complain about that, but being that this is so expensive to do, I am not worried about getting every little crack and crevice. Because after all, it really is only 15%. It's not like it's 50% bonus, then I'd be really trying to get every little bit. So yeah, we will get this, and we will actually do the part that she has not plowed yet, because she'll just plow it in actually. So it'll be okay. So yeah, during this episode, we are going to be getting this field once and for all planted and turned around, and taking care of this and getting it all planted and all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're also going to do a contract today. I want to make a little bit of money. I don't know if we're going to be doing a huge field. We might. I might do like a time lapse so we can really make a good amount of money. I don't know. We'll see what we're working with. But yeah, I just want to get this field kind of at least on a worker on the planner, getting her good. And I said before, no need to worry. Even though she is not going to plow in that because it's already been plowed, it'll just get cultivated in. So all this lime will actually be put to good use. It's not being wasted. That is the one good thing, is you can kind of apply it however you want, as long as there isn't like a crop already growing in the field. I suppose you could do it. I don't know if it would affect the crop that's growing currently. I don't know if it would put that 15% yield bonus on it. That's something we might do, like a Mythbusters video to see the different kind of things you can do. Push the tractors to the limits. That kind of nature. See what the best crop is. I know other people have done videos like that in the past, and I know for myself, watching them is very enlightening, because it kind of shows you different ways that people haven't thought of how to play the game. I don't necessarily want to exploit glitches and stuff for our normal gameplay, but if we can find stuff that is somewhat entertaining to watch, I'd be down to do it. But yeah, we'll get this last little line here done. We'll just kind of trail behind her. I actually don't know if she's probably going to turn around. Well, no, I guess we can just kind of stay to the side. But yeah, we'll throw this tractor on the planter and get it planting. I think it's enough horsepower for that planter. If it's not, no big deal. We'll just wait for her to finish plowing here. I don't want to turn the lime spreader off. I don't want to waste the lime here, because it is expensive. So we did use, I believe this thing holds 14,000. So we're going to use just over 10,000 liters of lime here, which is quite expensive, but it's okay. It'll definitely come back to us in the long run. Yeah, so we will let her finish up. I will actually move that baler out of the way there. Grab this little bit here. I might as well. Alright. So yeah, we'll get the baler out of the way so she doesn't hit it, and I'll actually get all of our stuff moved into our shed over here too. I know I didn't do that last episode, but yeah, we'll get that done this episode too. Alright, so we will get this back in here, if I can drive good here. It does help that I do have the steering wheel, but it definitely doesn't make a bad driver a good driver. Yeah, so there we go. And we do, yeah, we have a lot of line bags over at the store. We might actually get a trailer or something with a front end loader and grab those. We might actually get the forklift too, I'm not sure. I think it's like $14,000, something like that. I'm not sure. But I like the little manatee forklift. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and the foliage bending, that is awesome, man. That's one of the coolest features they added as far as aesthetics that go into this game. I know it's not actually doing anything as far as destroying the bushes or anything, but it will destroy the crops if you drive through the crop. I might be able to see a little bit here if I drive through this grass. Yeah, it's kind of destroying it. So yeah, we will grab this baler here and get it taken over there. And yeah. Alright, so we will just back this into our little garage here, our little shed. And I'm going to try and get everything put in here sort of neatly. Things do tend to get messy because you do get busy farming and stuff. But you have a lot to keep up with now as far as the weeds and fertilizing and putting lime down. And, fields require a lot more work than they used to, at least in 17. Which I'm fine with that. I like all the new things you can do as far as field work. Yeah, so I'll get these put in there as well. Kind of tidy up a little bit here to get our farm put together here. And I'm actually going to, I talked to the owner of the spinner here, and he said I could sleep in there tonight. On the caveat that we end up being sheep farmers or having sheep to sell him wool in the future. So we'll sleep in there tonight because I do want to get into the next day. This is the third episode, and we are still on the same day. I have been only running it at ×5 speed. I suppose I could do it at ×15 possibly, like 15 times faster. I'm actually going to try and fit this a little bit over so we can fit either a tractor next to this or something, because we don't have that much space to work with here. So yeah. Alright, so we have our tipper put in there. I do realize that these trees are kind of in the way. We'll deal with those. We'll get them out of the way. I'm not going to do that right now just because it'll require a stump grinder and chainsaw and loading those and hauling them away. I'm actually going to stick this tractor, we're not going to stick it in there because we'll stick the combine in here. We're going to stick her right, I kind of put those in bad spots. I suppose we could just kind of park it here. It's not that big of a deal for right now. See, I'm going to get the harvester and the combine, and we'll put that in there. Alright, so we'll just back this guy into here. And we will be done as far as our yard tidy up here. Getting everything put away. Okay, so I don't think that looks too bad. These might actually get moved. I put those in bad spots. That's my fault. And we'll have to plow these bushes away and get to them. But I want to focus on getting that field done over there. So let's go check on her progress to see how she's doing. Okay, so she is toward the end of the field here. So what I'm actually going to do is get the case put on the planter, and we'll get canola getting put in here so that we can get this field ready or planted so that we can make some money off of it. Okay, and before I forget, you can't actually like sleep in the spinnery. It's kind of just like a pretend sleeping place, I guess, because what I'll do is I'll fast forward through time, and we will magically appear at sunrise. I just figured it would be nice to have a new day. We could do a little bit of into the night, I guess. to see a little bit of the evening here. We'll get the field planted toward the night here. I don't. Now, what I have seen is if you, I mean, it's always been like this, but if you fast forward through time when you're planting a field, the growing stages of certain parts of the field will be different. And what I mean by that is, if you plant the first half of the field and in the middle of planting it, you speed up time, the next half will not have grown yet, while the other half might be on the second growing stage. So yeah, I don't want to do that. I'd like the field to be on all the same. Oh, didn't mean to turn that off. On the same growing stage. So yeah, we'll fill this up with seed here. Wrong menu. I'm still going in the wrong menus. And we need to go to seed here, and we'll buy a few bags of seed. Seed is not too expensive, and obviously you cannot make money without spending money, so here we are. Okay, so we'll get this filled with seed here. And I will probably load these, I'll load these line bags up and take them over to our area. I might even buy another shed, but I kind of want to go easy on the spending here because we are down to only $150,000. And while in real life, to most of us, that would be a lot of money. For the rest, or for gameplay purposes, it's not that much. You can't really buy that much when it comes to Farming Simulator with $150,000. Alright, so we'll get that all folded up. And isn't that folded up? I don't think that is. No, it's not. Let's see here. No, that's how you lower it. Okay, there we go. Yep. Alright, so we will turn our beacons on, and I will see you guys over at the field. Okay, guys, so we are over at the field here. I'm going to get this planter all opened up, and we will plant some canola. I'm still getting used to the icons. I actually had to reference the menu there to see what canola looked like, because when the game first came out, I was playing and I planted the wrong crop. I planted oats instead of canola. So yeah, we'll turn this on and get her lowered. And that's not what I wanted to do. I'm still getting used to this side panel here. Alright, so hopefully that will be, yep, alright. So the cool thing about this drill, or this planter, is it is a, I don't know if I could go on the right path here. It is a direct drill, so we don't need to cultivate prior to planting. So even though this side or that side of the line is put in, I mentioned this before, it'll do the same thing over here. It'll have the same effect as far as the lift that up. It'll have the same effect as far as the yield bonus. I couldn't think there. So yeah. Alright, so we'll do a few passes here, and then we'll stick this thing on a worker, and we will go do a contract possibly here of some decent value. Yeah, I like the tractor movement. I don't recall an FS19 being that bumpy. There was a mod out, which I did enjoy that mod a lot. It allowed for a much bumpier tractor. It was like the ground response mod, I believe. And the cab suspension was amazing too. Giant really nailed that. They did a great job on the. If you look here, you can see our guy bouncing around. That is just awesome. I think it even looks pretty good in first person. Yeah, you can see the chair bouncing, which that's just awesome. That we still don't have interactive cab controls. Hopefully we'll see that mod again on some of the tractors here, because that's cool, being able to open the windows and adjust the mirrors and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I was gonna, like I was saying last episode, we could have plowed this, but I feel like we should honestly take it back a little further because it's just so steep already, that hill there. Yeah, that tree is kind of in the way. We'll probably just cut it down and make some money off of it. We could buy the I forget what the Mandra, or I forget what the name of it is. The Mahindra. That's what it's called. The little UTV thing that gets around. We could throw some logs in the back and take it over to the sawmill. Because I'm not really trying to buy a entire flatbed trailer just yet to go haul a few logs. It's not really worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna get this thing put on a worker here. I'll get this bit of field here I missed. It's not a terrible lot, but it's just enough to aggravate me, so we'll grab it. Yeah, and then she should be done pretty soon. And depending on the contractor we pick up, we might need that tractor. But I'm sure we're just going to lease the equipment. I don't know. We'll have to look at the jobs here. But I'm going to get this put on a worker, sort it out, and let it get going. So that we can get our other stuff that we want to get done. So yeah, that should go really nicely. And as you can see, we have 50% fertilization, 0% weeds, and field is growing. Okay, she is done. We'll take the plow over to the, and let me actually make sure this is not on, yeah, it's not on our fields. We'll take this over to our shed and get it put away. And we will look at contracts. Okay, so I just kind of nudged that in there. That should be fine. Kind of in an awkward spot. It's because I put that baler in a weird spot. Okay, so I've been talking about it forever. Let's actually look at these contracts. So we definitely have a few here. That is field 25 must be really tiny. Yes, that is minute. That's definitely not worth it. Well, I mean, we could do it, but I'm looking for one of these, like 16,000. So we could do this cotton harvest here. That is harvesting soybeans. That could be worth it. Baling. I don't want to do baling because that does take a little bit of time. We will probably do a baling job in the future, but not at the moment. I'm thinking about doing this this contract here in field 7. Yeah. So that's not a terribly awkward field because we can put it on a worker for some of it while we do haul grain. Because what's cool about 19 is it does require you to haul the grain. And there has been a glitch that does not allow you to actually accept the contract, so hopefully that does not happen. Cross your fingers here. Release our items. Okay, sweet. It looks like it worked. So if we go over to the we'll park our tractor here because we don't actually need this. There's no point in putting hours when we did just spend the money to lease. Okay, so we get this tractor here, the lorry, the grain trailer, and we get the massive case 9240 here, which this was in FS19, and I love this harvester. I noticed that the pipe is a little bit different. I believe this was in 19 or 17. The animation was not quite as awesome on the side there. So yeah, we'll hook this up, and we are going to field 7, which is here. So yeah, I will see you guys there. Yeah, so I know I said I'd see you guys there, but this is actually, we haven't been in this part of the map really. We did sell the grain last episode, but this is actually a really pretty map. I think they did a really good job on it as far as designing it. I love the hills in the background there. It's really pretty. I live in the Pacific Northwest in the United States, and it reminds me a lot of staring over there where Mount Rainier and stuff is. It's really pretty. So yeah, despite our fields being really tiny, there are some very large fields on this map. This is field 12, which I know I was talking about last episode, 12 and 6. Or maybe that was this. No, it was last episode. Yeah, and they're just, we could definitely buy these in the future and work on them. So this is field 7 here. Pretty decent sized field. I mean, it's massive, but we will get this guy on a worker here, and we'll grab the lorry, and we'll get this harvesting. Yeah, we'll hook this up. I can do that, and we also need to fold this. Okay, it's, yep. And then we need to unfold the harvester. It should unfold. There we go. I didn't know if it was going to unfold just the pipe there. So we don't actually have to worry about crop destruction in the contract mode, because it does not matter what. No, I did not want to drop that. I keep pressing the wrong button, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. So yeah, like I was saying, you don't actually have to worry about crop destruction in contract mode, because it doesn't allow you to destroy the crops. So it looks like it just kind of. I don't think it matters if we have the swath or the spreading it out like it does, because it didn't require us to bale it. So we'll just do the spreading out here. The chopped straw. I wish it would actually add a fertilizer state to the field, but it does not. Which that would be kind of cool. I know there will probably be a mod for it, so we might actually use that in the future. So yeah, I will go grab the lorry, and we'll put this on a worker, and I will be right back. This tractor, this lorry is very peppy. It's definitely faster than the combine there. It is a pretty big trailer here, the cramped trailer here, so it should be. We shouldn't have to unload very much, and I don't think the. We're going to the port grain elevator, which isn't too far away. So yeah, I'm going to probably actually time lapse this and take over here for the worker, because I do not want to be spending unnecessary money that we don't have to spend. I didn't want to disconnect that. I just want to take the top off. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we'll do a time lapse here, and we'll get this field done.
Know your fear that you dream of will disappear and flutter on. Whoa, hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground is where we'll stand. Let go of the riddle, 'cause you'll find life is a riddle that we're not meant to understand. Hold on, stop. Hold on, stop. Just look on, and I'll look down, and oh, your fear.
Alright guys, so I figured I'd let y'all see a little bit of kind of the evening here. I'm actually going to put a worker to finish the rest of this field here. We're gonna go deliver this grain to the mill in a second here, because I don't think we're gonna be able to fit it all in this trailer. How far are we through this field here? We're a little under halfway, so yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to fit all that. So I'm gonna stick this thing on a worker, but we're gonna sleep through the night while he's working, because, or possibly she. I don't ever know what gender I'm gonna end up hiring. All right, so we've got that on a worker. I'm actually gonna go and check on her or him. I always seem to get the genders wrong. Yeah, so he's got one little strip left. So I'm gonna let him finish that, and then we're gonna sleep through the night here, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get that finished up, And that'll be the end of this episode. And then in the next episode, we will, I don't think we're going to have to fertilize this until it grows, actually. At least one growing stage. Because it should be... No. Okay, I was standing in this part earlier when I was looking at the field. So yeah, we'll actually have to fertilize this. We can fertilize this whenever. Okay, so he has completed... I'm just going to run this thing up the side of the field to finish this here. Barely used any seed, really. You see that? He only used less than, I'd say 600 liters of seed. I think this thing only fits like 3,200 or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, but we'll get this done here. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow in the game. Alright. Oh, that was a really nice little nap we had in the spinnery here. It is morning here. I have to say thank you to the spinnery for letting us sleep in it. So yeah, let's see how the worker got along last night. Wow, he did not get that much done in the 8 or 9 hours that we were gone there. But nevertheless, he did get some stuff done. He does need emptying. Let me get in the lorry here. We'll go empty. Let's see. Well, it is still dark out because it's early in the morning, but the sun will be coming up. It looks like we have clouds in the forecast as well, so it's going to also hinder the sunlight a little bit. I love the birds, how they fly out of the field like that. It's pretty cool little feature. I know in real life some of the farmers that I've seen when they cultivate fields, the birds like to get in the paths of the cultivator, where the cultivator just, I guess it overturns worms and whatnot in the field, or bugs, food, whatever it is. Pretty cool little feature they added. So yeah, we'll get this emptied. We'll let him finish here. And yeah, that'll be the end of the episode here. Hopefully we'll make a fair chunk of change here. I think this job is like $12,000. I never can remember the numbers, guys, as far as field prices or all that matter. Oh, and you will also have noticed that throughout the night we did get charged $1,400 for interest on our loan, because we do have a substantial loan taken out. Again, let me remind myself. How to get... I guess we could go down here. We could actually cut through the field here. Looks like we can cut across. Go up. It looks like the water is yellow over there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that or what the deal is. Alright, so we're just coming out of the sawmill there. Kind of got lost in there, so... But we made our way out. Let's see here. It looks like it's here on the railroad tracks. Hopefully there are no trains coming, because that will not be good. Actually, no, it's not on the railroad tracks. I'm sitting here driving over these things like a dummy. It's in this barn over here. It looks in the silo. Yeah, this looks more like the place. I don't actually know though if this is going to be able to open in here, so maybe we might have to sell it on the railroad tracks. I'm not sure. Let's see here. So we'll open up and sell. So, I have noticed that you do get, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it's supposed to be like this, we do get a little bit of a bonus if we harvest more than the, yeah, it looks like it's going to struggle there. Okay, yeah, it's good. So that's 69%. But what I was saying is, we do get a bonus if we harvest, because we don't, there's like a leniency. We don't actually have to harvest 100% of the field. There's like a little bit of leeway. So if we harvest all this and turn in like over the amount that the farmer wanted, that comes to us as profit. I'm not sure if that's a glitch, if that's supposed to be like that. But it's kind of, I think it's kind of a cool thing, because before we had the time bonus and now we don't have the time bonus because it doesn't matter how long it takes to do the job. So I think they should keep it. Looks like this road would have been better to take here as opposed to cutting through the sawmill. I didn't notice this was here before. As I have said many times, I'm still getting used to the map. It will probably take me quite some time to familiarize myself with all the little paths and shortcuts we can take. Alright, so we are back over at field 7. I guess we'll empty this guy. He shouldn't be that full. This combine has a huge storage capacity, but we'll empty him out anyway. Of course, it might be a her. No, it looks like a guy, so, okay. Let me see if I can aim here. Alright. Not sure why the beeper is going off. Is that me? Sounds like no, it's the harvester. Not sure what's up with that. He's not reversing. He might have bumped the button in there or something. I don't know. Okay, so he had 7,000 meters, so he was half full. Alright, so we'll set this over here. Yeah. I will, we'll finish this field off, and that should conclude this episode. So let's get this taken care of, and then we can get a huge bit of money here. I do have to say, Giant really did do a good job with this game. I think the graphics and the lighting are just absolutely stunning. The way the lights here out on the edge of the header glow like they do. I don't know how well that shows up in the video due to the bit rate, as well as the animations on the sides of these bigger machines. And I mean, the smaller machines do have animations too, but yeah. So I noticed before I had turned my graphic settings down, when I got in the cloud here of the swath or the chopped straw, my frames would just they would go way down, and it seems like now the frames are pretty good even in the chopped straw there. So I'm not sure if because I didn't really play with the settings a whole lot. I just turned it down to, because there's very high, and then the next one down is high, and I mean, you can customize everything you want, but I didn't want to. I just kind of wanted to do how the game wanted. I might change them in the future. It just depends. But I still think the game looks great. I noticed a little bit of a difference as far as like the trees and the distance and stuff, but I don't think it'll show that much in the video. I mean, I guess it depends on how big of a screen you're watching it on. But I still think the game looks great, even on the second highest graphics setting. Yeah, so I'm sure it's obvious by now, if you're watching this sort of close to the date it came out. I'm actually new to YouTube. I've had a few channels that I've kind of attempted it, but I haven't really stuck with them. And I wasn't really happy with the quality of content that I was putting out, so I kind of just stopped. But in this channel, I really hope to put out really good content, and so far I'm happy with the way things are going. And I don't know how many of you guys are watching, but if there's a few of you, I would really ask you to let me know how I'm doing. If there's anything I could do to improve on. I know my mic is not the best, and I'm working on getting a better mic, but I don't want to dump a ton of money into this if nobody likes the content that I'm putting out. You know what I mean? I would rather see that people like what I'm doing before I invest a bunch of money into something that maybe people don't want me to do. So yeah, let me know how I'm doing. I'm not gonna sit here and ask you to, smash that like button and all that. I'll let you decide what you want to do. But I would, if you have something to say, I'd really appreciate it. I really value constructive criticism. I'm not a fan of somebody telling me that I just flat out suck. I mean, you're welcome to do that. It's not that it hurts my feelings. It just really doesn't give me it doesn't give me any sort of tips on what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong. It just kind of tells me that I suck, which maybe I do suck. I hope not, but yeah, I'd really appreciate some feedback if you're into that kind of stuff. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you're sitting here if you've been here since episode 1, or if this is your first episode that you're watching, welcome to the series. And for those of you who are, like I said, have been here since episode 1, I appreciate you sticking with me this far. I'm totally open to doing other series. We can run 2 series side by side, maybe even 3. 4 would probably be pushing it. As far as upload schedule, I'm looking to do every other day, um, 3 or 4 times a week. So maybe I might have a 2-day gap. I haven't really made up my mind about that yet, since I'm kind of in the early stages. I keep dropping the header, and I'm sure it's really funny for you guys to watch, but it's very aggravating to me. I have the SATEC panel, and I keep pressing the wrong button on it. Um, but yeah, I really appreciate you guys being supportive. Alright, so we are pretty much finished with this field. I know there's a little bit there, but I'm not even going to bother with it. And a few little bit of dots here and there, but I am going to grab this, and I will show you guys why you want to harvest the majority of your field here. The reason is because you get, as I was saying before, you get a bonus for if you do over the amount that the farmer wanted you to do, or whoever's hiring you to do their field. So yeah, we'll get this loaded up and finished into the lorry over there, and then I will see you guys over at the grain sell point, and we'll see how much money we can make out of this contract. Alright, so we are at the grain sell point here. Hopefully we can get a decent little bonus out of this. Hopefully like maybe 1,000, 2,000. I don't know, we will see here. So we'll dump this, hopefully it doesn't hit the roof here. And glitch out. I've seen some crazy stuff happen when collisions occur. Oh, okay, so 4,000. So there you go. That's why you want to. You know, do the extra little bit and go the extra mile to finish it all. So the leasing company will take care of the harvester over there and the tractor here with the trailer. So all we have to do is actually go into the thing here and claim our contract. So it did cost $2,000 to lease the stuff, but we got the 4,000 bonus, so it negates that. So we actually come out on top, actually making 14,000 total. Well, I guess 12,000 if you minus that. So we'll complete that, and there's 12 grand profit basically. So yeah, that's not too bad. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching, and until next time.